Twitter changes its timeline algorithm after all. HBO Now doesn't have that many subscribers. IBM Watson gets into the basketball game, and more. It's Wednesday, February 10th, and this is Crunch Report, presented by Toyota. Hey everybody, it seems like just yesterday we were talking about Twitter denying that it was going to change its timeline algorithm. Hey, that's because it actually was yesterday. Today, it's a whole new ballgame. The company unveiled a new Twitter timeline that shows tweets at the top that the service is recommending to you instead of just the most recent tweets. So, exactly what was rumored and exactly what Twitter said it wasn't going to do. Kind of sort of said that anyway. The company hopes that these recommended tweets will represent the best tweets that you may have missed based on what Twitter thinks you care about. So that's based on tweets you're interacting with, like liking or replying, the topics you're interested in, and the activity of people who are similar to you. The tweets show up in reverse chronological order in the recommended section. And right now, the change will just show up as an option, but the company is going to gradually turn it on for parts of its user base. Now, once that's on, you'll get a notification that things have changed, and you will also be given an opt-out option, so that'll make some people happy. One thing that Matthew Lindley notes in his article today is that Twitter will have to teach its algorithm to select more evergreen content that makes sense when pulled out of real-time context and then pinned up top. I mean, I tweeted a ton during the Super Bowl on Sunday, but none of those tweets are going to make any sense a couple days later out of context, and you don't know that I was talking about a commercial, that sort of thing. Seeing posts at the top that don't make sense are going to encourage people to opt out unless it feels seamless. But this is just one part of the Twitter story today, because the company also reported its fourth quarter earnings, and they were not impressive. The company's monthly active user growth on a quarterly basis was flat, totally flat from last quarter, with 320 million monthly active users. No growth at all. The company reported earnings of 16 cents per share and revenue of 710 million, which is what analysts were predicting, so at least that part is okay. But shares quickly fell 13% in after-hours trading, hitting another new low for Twitter stock after losing 70% of its value over the last year from a high point of $53. At this point, why not launch a new algorithmic timeline that can make each tweet at the top of people's feeds more interesting and get more people to want to use Twitter? Browser maker Opera, you know it, you love it. Well, you maybe don't love it, but you know it, confirmed earlier today that it has received a $1.2 billion acquisition offer from Golden Brick, which is a group fronted by Chinese consumer tech companies Kunlun Tech and Qihoo 360. The deal covers 100% of the company if it goes through and represents a 53% premium on the company's valuation based on its most recent trading price. Opera's board said in a statement that it has unanimously decided to recommend that its shareholders accept the bid. Even if they do, the final deal is subject to government approvals. Now, in a statement announcing the bid, Golden Brick says that this deal will help Opera grow its user base in China while giving Kunlun and Qihoo an outlet for user acquisition. Opera has 350 million users across mobile and desktop devices and was previously rumored to be in a possible Facebook acquisition. Last year, it said it was exploring a sale after it missed financial targets from sluggish ad sales. HBO Now, which is HBO's cord-cutting offering that lets users stream programming without needing to have a cable TV subscription, made the company quite a bit of revenue last year, but its subscriber count is falling short of analyst projections. The goal was to reach either 1 to 2 million subscribers by now. However, HBO CEO Richard Plepler confirmed that the over-the-top service has just 800,000 subscribers. But Plepler says HBO Now still has room to grow and notes that the app hasn't yet launched on two major platforms, PlayStation and Xbox, which together account for 20% of viewing on HBO Go. That's the company's other app for cable TV subscribers that lets them watch on other devices. HBO Now began as an Apple TV exclusive, remember that? Before arriving on other devices. Now it's accessible on the web, iOS, Android, Fire tablets, Roku, Chromecast, Android TV, Fire TV, and Fire TV Stick. It's all over the place. But let's look at that 800K number again. Netflix, by comparison, reported 75 million users worldwide last month, and Hulu has over 9 million. Room to grow, indeed. IBM announced today it's teaming up with the Toronto Raptors, that's a basketball team. It's Drake's favorite NBA team, in fact, to bring cognitive analysis from IBM Watson to the Raptors' talent evaluation process. So here's how it'll work. A new tool called IBM Sports Insights Central will pull in data from a bunch of sources like statistics and video and social networking, sentiment analysis, medical records, all sorts of stuff. Then it'll compare this data against the team's needs, showing a potential player's likelihood of succeeding in this team, staying healthy, working well with coaches and teammates for the duration of the contract. The idea is to draft the best players and find free agents and trade targets that meet the needs of the team and fit the team's philosophy as a whole. IBM is also working with a touchscreen company called Multitaction to provide table and wall-sized displays to show data visualizations and help better understand the data and how it fits the team. IBM hopes that this Toronto tool will serve as a template for other teams, even in other major league sports. And that is the report for today. I'm Sarah Lane. Thanks for watching. Crunch Report airs every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on TechCrunch.com. You can find us on iTunes and on YouTube as well, and you can find us here tomorrow. See ya.